the hidden skill that makes relationships last. Repair after rupture. In the heart of every strong, long-lasting relationship lies a powerful psychological skill most people overlook: the ability to repair after a rupture. This concept, widely used in psychotherapy, explains why some couples can weather years of tension while others crumble after a single argument. The difference isn't about how often conflict happens, but how the couple handles it when it does. Understanding the concept of rupture. In relationships, a rupture refers to any moment, large or small, that causes a temporary breakdown in trust, connection, or emotional safety. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It could be something as subtle as a dismissive comment, an ignored greeting, or a sarcastic joke told in front of friends. These micro-injuries, though often invisible to outsiders, can deeply affect the bond between partners. Of course, ruptures can also be more severe: harsh words, forgotten anniversaries, betrayals, or emotional neglect. But what's crucial to understand is this: the presence of rupture doesn't determine the failure of a relationship. Some relationships endure major transgressions and still survive. Others fall apart over minor disagreements. So, what makes the difference? The real secret: repair. Repair is the emotional process through which trust is rebuilt after it's been damaged. It's not about pretending the rupture didn't happen, nor is it about forcing forgiveness. It's about doing the hard emotional work of reconnection, of saying, "I still care. I'm still here, and I want to make this right." Psychotherapists regard repair not as a secondary skill, but as the central marker of emotional maturity. It's what separates people who can maintain deep, meaningful bonds from those who can't. And it depends on 4 essential abilities. 1. The ability to apologize. A true apology is not just saying, "sorry." It's an act of vulnerability and humility. It means admitting fault, even when it wounds your pride. Paradoxically, many people avoid apologizing not because they think too highly of themselves, but because they feel too low. Their inner critic is already so harsh that owning up to one more flaw feels unbearable. They fear that apologizing will only confirm they're unworthy of love or forgiveness. But the truth is, genuine self-worth grows stronger, not weaker, through honest apology. 2. The ability to forgive. Forgiving is just as difficult as apologizing, sometimes more so. To forgive, we must resist the temptation to label someone as bad or irredeemable. It requires empathy, the ability to see that good people can act poorly when they are tired, scared, insecure, or in pain. When forgiveness feels impossible, we often resort to splitting, seeing people as either all good or all bad. This mental shortcut protects us from disappointment, but it also isolates us emotionally. It tells us that deep connection is too dangerous, that no one can truly be trusted. But that's not maturity. That's fear. 3. The ability to teach. Many ruptures begin as failed attempts to teach. One partner is trying, often clumsily, to express a need or boundary. But instead of communicating calmly, they lash out or withdraw. The message gets lost in the delivery. Effective teaching in relationships requires emotional patience. It means accepting that the other person won't immediately understand your needs or change their behavior overnight. A good partner doesn't expect perfect understanding. They repeat themselves gently, allow space for resistance, and don't take misunderstanding as a personal betrayal. 4. The ability to learn. Finally, repair requires the humility to learn from your partner, even when the feedback stings. Many people get stuck focusing on how the criticism was delivered. They said it too harshly, rather than what was said. But emotional growth means embracing the discomfort of hearing how you might need to improve. This doesn't mean accepting abuse or humiliation, but it does mean recognizing that a healthy relationship offers rare opportunities for personal development, through honest, sometimes difficult conversations. True love isn't about being praised all the time, it's about being supported while you grow. The gold in the cracks. A kintsugi approach to love. In the Japanese art of kintsugi, broken pottery is mended with golden lacquer, transforming its cracks into beautiful features rather than flaws. Rather than hiding the damage, kintsugi honors it, because the break is part of the object's story. We should adopt the same mindset in our relationships. Rather than striving for perfect, rupture-free love, we should honor the repair process, the golden thread of apology, forgiveness, teaching, and learning that binds us closer together after every crack. Love is not the absence of rupture, but the presence of repair. The most resilient relationships are not those without conflict, but those where repair becomes a shared art form. It is in the return, not the perfection, that love deepens. Rupture tests the bond, but repair transforms it. And so, successful relationships are not made by avoiding pain, but by facing it with emotional courage, maturity, and a willingness to grow together. Emotional gold required for repair: self-acceptance, patience, humility, courage, tenderness. These are the true materials of love. And they shine brightest in the places we've once broken, together.